Good morning and welcome back to Margaret Plays. I apologize for not streaming yesterday. I got my second vaccine on Sunday, and they're not kidding when they say it hits harder the second one. It whooped my butt. So, yesterday was not a good day, but I'm feeling way, way, way better and looking forward to playing some Witness today, and maybe we can get into Real Myst Masterpiece, which is the 3D free look around version of Myst. Because I'd like to indulge in some nostalgia. But for now, let's get into Witness. All right. I also want to thank all the people who've recently followed. I've gotten a bunch of followers while I've been off stream, and I cannot say how much I appreciate it, folks. As a really kind of small niche streamer, I appreciate the follows. I don't think I'll ever be one of those big Twitch streamer YouTubers, but listen, every one of you, you are greatly appreciated. So, okay. So I want to go back to the very beginning first. So let me make my way over there. One way or another. Go up and over, through, and make our way down. I hope you're all well today. If you're not, I hope you get well soon. Please take care of yourselves. I want to look for EPs today. I did walk around in the game a bit yesterday and spotted a few more. I want to see if I can find any more at all. I'm sure I will find a few. Like that line on that roof there is super suspicious. So if it's not from outside, is it from inside? And that could almost be half of a circle if we look at it from the right angle. Okay, there's a notch right there. So how would we get that to line up with that? Oh, I don't know. Oh, wait, there's another one. There's another half notch. There. And one there. And one there. Oh, somehow you have to line up, you silly things. And there. Yeah, much better. I don't feel like somebody's peeling my skin off today. That was really not fun. The good news is that is a sign that your immune system is learning to fight the virus. And that is what it's about. It's not pleasant, but that's why you do it. That's why you take a vaccine, is so you can learn to fight a virus. or whatever the thing is. So yay, but you still got to get through it. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey DJ Freeze, really good to see you today. How are ya? No, not quite from this angle. Awesome! Way to go! Okay, yeah, we got that. Yeah, I'm not getting a good angle on it. That one place was close, but not getting one here. Just wandering around looking for EPs. What did I write down? Oh, I know where I want to go and look. Boy, can you tell you're in the beginning? It gives you the prompts for how to walk. So I watched another couple of streamers stream really early with this. I mean, they were right at the beginning when I joined their streams. Yesterday, one I won't mention, and another who you could see struggling, and it was just kind of, it's just kind of wonderful to watch people work their way through and struggle with it. And oh no, I've been working for quite a while. There they are. I'm just going back and hunting for EPs and tapes and things that I missed. But it's so much fun to go to somebody who's right at the beginning and watch them work through things and to give them encouragement without telling them how to do it and then watch them work it out. It's just, I can see why so many people do that. I really enjoyed it. Oh, I see something. All right, we're going to have to go down there. We're going to have to go down there. Frodigo, you've been here before. No game. Can I reach this from here?
I am standing on the threshold about to enter a room. It is a complicated business. In the first place, I must shove against an atmosphere pressing with a force of 14 pounds on every square inch of my body. I must make sure of landing on a plank, traveling at 20 miles a second around the sun, a fraction of a second too early or too late, the plank will be miles away. I must do this whilst hanging from a round planet head outward into space and with a wind of ether blowing at no one knows how many miles a second through every interstice of my body. The plank has no solidity of substance. To step on it is like stepping on a swarm of flies. Shall I not slip through? No. If I make the venture, one of the flies hits me and gives me a boost up again. I fall again and am knocked upwards by another fly, and so on. I may hope that the net result will be that I remain about steady, but if, unfortunately, I should slip through the floor or be boosted too violently up to the ceiling, the occurrence would be not a
I've never
violation of the
run in
laws
this
of
game.
nature, but a rare coincidence. These are some of the minor difficulties. I ought really to look at the problem
I don't even
four-dimensionally
know
as
how.
concerning the intersection of my world line with that of the plank. Then again, it is necessary to determine in which direction the entropy of the world is increasing in order to make sure that my passage of the threshold is an entrance, not an exit. Verily, it is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a scientific man to pass through a door. And whether the door be barn door or church door, it might be wiser that he should consent
I
to
agree
be an
with that
ordinary
fellow.
man and walk in, rather than wait till all the difficulties involved in a really scientific ingress are resolved. Arthur Eddington, 1927.
So when I was in graduate school, we mathematicians and the physicist shared an office in which the departmental secretaries were housed. And therefore, we shared a coffee maker. And it was very interesting, the debates about how to make coffee. It is astounding how complicated mathematicians and physicists can make the process of making coffee. Now, mathematicians, in general, tended to make it all about precision, exacting recipe, whereas physicists tended to experiment over and over and over again. Despite their precision, mathematical coffee generally tasted awful, whereas the physicists' kind of sloppy coffee making generally tasted delightful. So I used to check to see which graduate student had made the coffee in the morning before I drank it. I don't know. We didn't share with them. And trust me, people are possessive about their coffee makers. You know how poor, I'm sure you guys have some idea, how poorly paid graduate students are. Coffee maker is a huge investment when you're in graduate school. Even if you're pooling funds, it's still a big investment. All right, I have a note to myself. Starter area, audio tape on top of gate wall. So I think that was the one I just got. But this screams puzzles. Okay. You didn't like that. Mystery, stop licking my hand. What if I fart around a bit? No. Oh, it's like the triangles. Okay. Okay, that was better. But there's another set over here. It's like the triangle puzzles. Okay, how the heck do you... Yeah, I'm not sure I understand the rules. And I don't think I understand the rules. So I may have to go back and look at all of them and start figuring out the rules. Okay, fair enough. But at least I know it's there. So let me make myself a note. Okay, so I know that's there. Fair enough. Yeah, I've been kind of like guessing at the what you guys call the Dorito puzzles. So my guessing has not helped me out with that. The problem is it's easy to guess them. There aren't many paths through those. And now all of a sudden there's lots and lots and lots of paths through those. By the way, this is interesting, as that is the symbol that's on things like the cocktail napkins. Makes me think of a resort. Okay, WASD and shift. No, that does... doing W and shift is not good. Oh, shift, sorry. W and shift. Oh, that's the run. Gotcha. Hello. Shift. Hello. Shift and space are different keys. Alright, so here is a Dorito puzzle. Alright. If you do not include that, that won't work. What I learned by doing this one was that you had to include, in this one, a square above the triangle. There's the triangle. Including the square above made it work. Yeah, it's not the jump key in this game. Troll, troll, troll. I keep thinking that these paler spots are going to be a path on these trees. And I keep not finding one. Alright, I need to mark off that I got that audio tape. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cute. The cloud makes the tree. That's really kind of cute. Does it have 8 branches? I think it does too. Yeah, space enters and exit solve mode, exactly. Or as I think about it, it freezes the screen so that now the mouse, instead of doing look, is free to move across the screen and solve the puzzle. So instead of turning, then this moves. So maybe if the boat's not there, if I move the boat, I will be able to trace that puzzle right there. So where can I call the boat to? I got an idea. And then come back. The cloud icon has utility and speed running, believe it or not. Oh, I believe you. All right, let's call the boat. Okay. Oh, the space key. Lining up with the circle and pressing space and left click is almost an instant click into lining up with the circle and pressing space and left click. Gotcha. Yeah, it would be faster. I see what you mean. Okay, where was I? I was up on this little promontory, I think here. And now I should be able to solve that puzzle. And yes, so all I need to do is solve the other one that involves this circle and that end. And I will have the 2 that start with this. Still working on that one there and getting the exact right angle for it. But that was one I didn't realize I was going to be able to get today. I still think that the holes in the roof have something to do with something. I just have not figured it out. Mischief. Okay, enough. All right, here, scritches for mischief. Okay, scritches for mischief. And I'm sure you're not going to think that's enough, but I'm playing the game now. So that's the little tree bit. And that's the fluffy cloud. Just for fun, does lining them up the other way do anything? I don't think so. Okay. I think it's cool though. It's like a joke. that half circle there, at some point that's got to mean something. So a couple of the folks that I where I've watched them playing the very beginning of their streams, they've been like, "Oh, have you finished the game?" And I'm like, "No, not even close." But I'm farther in it than you are. I'm like, I'm not even close. I don't know which Doritos I've discovered. I haven't been keeping track, but I've discovered a number of them. I think I've done, I don't know, 10, 12 of them, something like that. A bunch. Let's just say a bunch. I will go back and make copies of them off camera, draw them all down, and try to generalize the rule from the pictures. And I'll like retrace them over and over until I have some idea of what will work and what won't, until I try to learn the rule. One of the people I was talking to last night was really, really having trouble with these. Really having trouble with these. And had used this as the solution here. And that's why they were having trouble. No, but I'll find them, DJ Freeze. So they had solved this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And had gotten, I can't remember if it was this one or this one, but one of these two, and we're working and working and working on it. And I said, why don't you go back to this one? Because they were so stuck. Because they kind of flew through these without really understanding the principle. The thing that they had said was that they had to touch the white and touch the black. They kept talking about touching. I said there might be another way to think about it, and maybe you want to play with this puzzle. And finally, they started doing things like this and getting mistakes. And finally, they got that this solved it. So they said, can you give me a way to think about this? And I said, okay, do you live near a river? And they said, no, but I live near a creek. I said, could you think of the circle as the start of a creek? Like, they were talking about the fact that they swim in a creek. I said, so you jump in your inner tube and you ride down the creek. Can you think of it that way? Because one of the ways I conceptualize these puzzles is, this is where you hop in your inner tube on your creek or your river, and you ride down it, and all of the white trees have to be on one bank, and all the black trees have to be on another. Well, that didn't work for this person. So they struggled with that for like another 20 minutes or so. Really persistent, this person. And they said, can you give me another idea? And I said, okay. I said, can you think of it as you're cutting with a knife where you draw the line? And that did it. All of a sudden they went, I'm cutting the white away from the black. And it took them a few more tries, but they got this one. It took them many tries, but they got this one and this one. And I was like, yes, you got it. But I never said you have to separate the whites from the blacks. I never mentioned black, I never mentioned white. So one way that I look at these puzzles is, the line is a river and those are two banks, and the other way I look at it is, and this will sound silly, but I think of it as it's cheese, and some of the cheese is moldy, and you take a knife and you pare off the moldy bits of the cheese, and what's left is delicious, and you get to eat it. So, again, back to graduate student days. Back to the days when you are starving, and fine, cut off the moldy bits because the rest of it's still good, and you cannot afford to buy any more good cheese. I mean, if you're going to splurge on good cheese, you might as well eat what you can. I'm looking at all these willows, apples, olives, and I just feel like there's got to be a path in them. I mean, why the heck are they here otherwise? There must be a path in them. Yes, and not only that, but the other thing that this young man and I got to in solving this was, and I will admit, I made him go back and look at it again. I said, no, wait, you ran away from that too fast. Go back. And I said, what's true about the squares that don't have a dot in them? And he was able to figure out that you can take the squares that don't have a dot in them and they can be joined up with either. That they do not have to be all with one. So for instance, you do not have to take all the squares, that the squares without the dots are neutral. Hey Spiky, how are you today? And so I thought that that was an utter triumph that I made him go back and look at it and think about it for a while longer before he ran away, because he was impatient to run off from those. And he got it. And I was really proud of him, because he's clearly a young man from his voice. And for him to have gone back, one, to have persisted and not been impatient with it, and second, to have gone back and to finally have figured that out, I was so proud of him. Yeah, that'll work too. That's almost circular. Almost. 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 Okay, how about the tree poofiness? Instead of the trunks, what about the trees? Can we frame in the grayish foliage with the trees and make it rounder? Because that's almost a half circle. Yeah. Yeah, the first one that I did where you had to just say, oh, screw it, I'm going to take, this black square, and instead of lumping it in with the other black squares, I'm going to throw it over here all by itself, because otherwise I can't finish this path correctly. Yeah, I like doing a couple of those, because it felt really good to change the rules suddenly. This looks almost round, and this looks like a tail. I wonder what angle you have to be at to make that happen. We still have the one that involves the jar, the vase, the whatever in there that's yellow that I can ignite, but I still have not figured out how the heck to finish it, because it's got that black smudge on it. That looks very round. That looks almost round. Yeah, how'd your playthrough go, Spiky? I didn't stick around too long, I'm sorry. Oh, that one that you were where you were treading water? Yeah, that was brutal. It was utterly brutal. You treaded water and treaded water and treaded water, and it just wouldn't pop for you. And I never saw that gal sitting there, and there's a line across these rocks. So at what angle do I need to be to make that become a line? Somewhere out here. It's going to start to line up. I think I'm up too high. Okay, does it involve these tree branches too? Because they're also the shade of red. I think I need to be down. Oh, those branches reflected look like an orca. That's so cool. See the orca? That's so cool. Yeah, she's got hair. It's like a mermaid with hair. But it isn't, she isn't very round over there. I've done that and that. Hi, Leo. Hello, Leo. Gonna come and put your fluffy butt in front of my screen. It's hard to see around you, Leo. You are the same color as the rocks. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Kind of like koi. Yeah, from this angle it's much more red and it's got more of a fluffy tail. If I go down. Yes. See, now it's almost a straight line. Huh. I wonder if there's a puzzle over there. This looks very suspiciously line-like. I don't see a circle start. I don't see... a nice kind of rounded end. What, Leo? Yeah, fish and mermaidy ladies. And yes, Leo. And cats who meow into my microphone. And dogs who occasionally woof. Watson's not much of a barker, thank heavens. Although Spuggy's been trying to teach him to make omelets. And that's how you're going to do that from, where did you say, Nashville? Spiky? I'm only several thousand miles north of you. There's got to be more environmental puzzles out here. There just have to be. I'm just probably not seeing them. We're not looking the right direction. See, there's that pattern again. Reminds me of some of the patterns I saw in Egypt. It's like a lotus blossom a bit. It's 1,000 miles from Nashville to your brother's house in Sharon, Connecticut. I'm probably close to due west of that area. If you hopped on Route 90 and went west, Route 90 is within a couple of miles of my house. I'm just up the hill from the New York State Thruway. That's down in the valley there, along the Mohawk River. And I'm up the hill from that. The problem with this area is there's a lot of contrasts of color, and it's just visually dense. There's the foliage, there's the trees, there's the bright lines, there's the water and the reflections. And so it's hard to just like see something pop out at you and say, oh, that's going to be a puzzle. I like how that foliage shape perfectly fits the contour of the rock. That's really cool. That's really cool. All right, so I did a couple more EPs. Where the heck were they? That one, I think. I think that's new. Wonder what that was. I don't remember. Okay. Where do I have the note? Okay, brown wall. Brown wall. Brown wall, here I come. Yeah, there's like so many little interesting moments in this. No, I want to go back around the other way here. Okay, yeah, this is the way I want to go. Oh, there's one of the pillars I haven't seen in a while. Oh, didn't see you before.
Your question is the most difficult in the world. It is not a question I can answer simply with yes or no. I am not an atheist. I do not know if I can define myself as a pantheist. The problem involved is too vast for our limited minds. May I not reply with a parable? The human mind, no matter how highly trained, cannot grasp the universe. We are in the position of a little child entering a huge library filled with books in many languages. The child knows someone must have written those books, does not know how, does not understand the languages in which they are written. The child dimly suspects a mysterious order in the arrangement of the books, but doesn't know what that is. That, it seems to me, is the attitude of the most intelligent human toward God. Albert Einstein, 1930.
Hello, heat checks. Interesting troll there. So, I spent some time while I was walking around in here yesterday in this corner going, what the heck is this corner for? I'm wondering if from some angle this is going to be end of an EP? Maybe, and that's why this is here. But, you know, I also hunted around to see if maybe there was an audio tape, like, in amongst this foliage or something. Because otherwise, why is that there? It kind of baffled me. But, where is the, I think it's over here. On the, yeah, on the wall. There, I found this.
O Lord God, helper of those who seek you, I see you in the garden of paradise, and I do not know what I see, because I see nothing visible. I know this alone, that I know that I do not know what I see, and that I can never know. I do not know how to name you, because I do not know what you are. Should anyone tell me that you are named by this or that name, by the fact that one gives a name, I know that it is not your name. For the wall beyond which I see you is the limit of every mode of signification by names. Should anyone express any concept by which you could be conceived, I know that this concept is not a concept of you, for every concept finds its boundary at the wall of paradise. Should anyone express any likeness and say that you ought to be conceived according to it, I know in the same way that this is not a likeness of you. So too, if anyone, wishing to furnish the means by which you might be understood, should set forth an understanding of you, one is still far removed from you. For the highest wall separates you from all these, and secludes you from everything that can be said or thought, because you are absolute from all the things that can fall within any concept. Nicholas of Cusa, 1453.
Okay. All right. I promised myself I would go back over to the big gray circle on top of the red temple and trace out as many more of those as I could get, because I think there are a bunch more over here I didn't get. So I did a couple that went off this way. And I suspect that there are going to be some that involve lining up. Somehow over here. Let's try this. See how far we can get. No, okay. If I'm here. No, it won't line up. Okay. What if I'm like right? No, that's gonna break because I can see one that comes down and goes like this. All right, so maybe it's got to be over here. Well, that's going to be one. Okay, that's going to be one. There's one. Okay, how can I get it around this rock? Come down needs to go to this one here. I need to get it around that rock. Let's try that angle. Got it. Alright, so I've done one that ended there, I think. Did one that ended... Did I get one that ended there? Do this one? Yes, okay. So I got one to that end. I got one to that end. I did that end. I did that end. Are there any more that look rounded? Yeah, that looks rounded over there. I'm not going to get to you. Okay. You look rounded. I'm going to get to you without getting the bushes in the way. Okay, backing up just makes you trees in the way. That's actually not bad, but how are we going to get from there down? Oh, from over here somewhere. Okay. Why won't you ignite? Why won't you ignite? What have I done wrong? one. I think I got this one, but we'll check. Okay, no, didn't. All right, let's take a look at the pillar. Those are all done. There's at least one more of those. There's one I haven't found of those. There's at least one more of those. And I think these are the ones that are on the green on the trees. There's at least one more of those. That one was in the sky. Does not appear to be anything on there. And there's this crazy thing. Does not appear to be anything on here. So I think that these are all the gray ones on the temple, and I have that whole column done. The Twitch app, including my screen overlay, is showing 7 viewers, but the app itself is showing 14. What's that describe? That's just Twitch being Twitch, probably. I probably only have 7 viewers, but you never know. I think sometimes Twitch also somehow starts counting its own bots. Somehow. Alright, somewhere near the top of these steps. I was standing here, and there are a couple of different ones. So there's... Okay, so there's that circle. I think I've done this one. Pretty sure. Are you a bit colorblind? They're really close in value. Really close in value. Okay, then there's... I had another way I lined these up. There's that one, and then there was another couple that lined up. There's this one. I think that's the one I'm missing. Black hexagons on the gray puzzle lines. Okay. I don't see anything more on there. I think I got all the horrible green ones on the trees. Okay, then I walked around inside this, and I was looking up. Where was it? Looking up. No, I've seen here more. There it is. Okay, let's get it lined up now. try that. Yeah, red-green colorblind. Yeah. The difficulty of things that don't have high contrast is that you can't, if you have red-green or blue-yellow color blindness, in some cases you cannot see color variations. So, like these different canes of bamboo are very close in color value in terms of how dark and how light they are. And so they would be just brutal to see a difference between. Okay, so I got the bamboo maze look up and the red temple steps one and the green lichen trees. And looking back at red temple, yes. Okay, path from swamp, path from swamp. Find a way out of this stupid place. Okay. Okay, that'll be the hatch, yes. Okay. Got those two. Path from swamp. Where was I on this thing? I think it's this path, but I won't put money on it. It's one of these paths out. I'm looking up. I was looking up. This way? Yes, this looks right. Okay, and all of these lined up. Oh, it must have been this one over here. It's this one over here. And they lined up. Okay, but it won't let me use this one. Why not? Why won't it let me use that? Because it's dark gray? Okay, so where am I standing? Let's see where I'm standing. Okay. Okay, idea. The laser from the sun area can be redirected with that thing in the town. So if I keep an eye on that gray cloud, keep an eye on the gray cloud. Can I light up that gray cloud with that laser? It's over there now. That gray cloud. Okay, that gray cloud. That naughty gray cloud. It just doesn't, it wants to be very gray. Okay, so. Oh wow, that's going to be a really sharp angle. Let's try. Let's try that one for now. Might not be nearly enough. Let's try that. And I'm getting tireder than I thought I was going to get. I'm really feeling whooped. So I may not be able to start Myst today. Yeah. So the people who say that after your second shot, it takes a lot out of you, it's real. It's real. They're not making that up. Okay, so let's get this so this lines up really nice. Let's try that. Went over there. Okay, got that one. Got it. That looks very path-like right there. I wonder if there's a circle on that from some angle. That's almost circly. But now that's too wide. Yeah, don't see it. Okay. Alright, so let's put the laser back to the top of the mountain in case that's important. I'm not sure, but I think it was about there. Went too far. That's it. Okay. All right. Other ones I need to do. I need to do the windmill ones. I've done one. All right, let me look at the pillar. All right, so we did one that was a quarter turn. We need to do a half turn and a 3/4 turn. Alright, where am I? There it is. Okay, let's set you to spinning. And let's pick a nice high spot, let's say up in one of the towers. Except we have a laser that's in the way. Darn laser. Would have been easier to do this before that laser was up. Idiot me. By the way, I've done the ones that are on the undersides of these, at least most of the ones that I found here. Alright. Laser's still kind of in the way. Alright, let's see if we can do them. Let's see if we can do them from here. Alright, let's see. Which one can I go down halfway? I want to go down this one. Can't come off at half. So go down to here. Darn you. All right. Lasers don't count as EP interrupters? Oh, all right. Well then, thank you. That's, by the way, that counts as a hint. Please, no more hints. But I appreciate it, despite that, because it's really hard to see the dot from here. So I'm going to get a little closer so I can see things better. All right, I need to go. All right, I need to go. I did the quarter turn, so I need to go half a turn. So I need to go up when it's vertical. No worries. Actually, no, I need to go down when it's horizontal. And then catch the next one. Okay, yeah. I think I can do this. I think this is right. So if I wait till it comes around. This was the one I already did. what happens if I go to... Oh, I went too far. All right. How far will it let me ride? No. Oh, I'm not... Listen, I can feel the fever hitting me now. I'm sweating like a pig. So I'm not sure I can do this right now. I really am not feeling well. So I'm not sure this is the time to be doing this one. So I may just take what progress I've made and just quit for the day. Ooh. I want to look, though, at the pond and see if I notice anything different. Yeah, it's just... I got my second COVID immunization on Sunday, and yesterday I really didn't feel well, and I felt much better this morning, but it's starting to hit me again. It's your immune system really kicks into high gear with the second one, and that's really good news because it means you're going to have immunity, but you have to build up your antibodies, and that's just your body making the antibodies, and it makes you feel like crap for a couple of days. And this is my body making antibodies. I have a weird immune system anyway, so yeah. I don't really see anything different, despite the fact that it made a lot of progress with one of the pillars, so I guess it doesn't show anything when you do that. Thank you, Dadgummit. Thank you very much. I really, really, really appreciate it. All right. I'm just going to take what I've got today. I've only been on for about an hour, but I'll take this. And we'll work on more of Witness tomorrow. And if I can, I'll get started on Myst. And if I have time, I will go and look at Dorito puzzles. And try to figure out that Dorito column that I was staring at the beginning and not figuring out. But yeah, so I found the Dorito puzzle. I did, wow, how many? I don't know. A whomper load more EPs today. But yeah, that was good. That was actually in an hour. That was a lot of EPs in an hour. Still haven't finished opening the third bolt at the top of the mountain. Still have got lots more. I think I did this one. Yeah. Still have got, I'm sure, lots more EPs to find. Still have not sorted out exactly what everything means on the pond. But making progress. Getting there. Lasers are lit. That's the good sign. So got more to do. Yeah, I figured out some things. I know that the pond means stuff. Some of it, listen, honestly, some of it I caught indirectly by watching somebody else's stream that I didn't mean to watch, or, like way early on when I was thinking about, yeah, Frodo, I'm not feeling well, so I'm going to quit. Way early on when I was even thinking about buying the game, I think I read an article or something, and it talked about the pond, and it said that the pond indicated things. And by the way, I originally thought the pond was that area where you kind of come in on the boat, and you're looking at the town from the other side there. I didn't even realize that this was the pond. But, later I put two and two together. So, I still, though, haven't figured out the difference between a yellow water lily and a white water lily. I'm pretty sure, but, not definite, that the paper lanterns represent the lasers. Because I think I counted 11 of them. All right, so thank you, folks. And I think, as long as I feel okay, I will be streaming again tomorrow at about 9:30 U.S. East. That seems to be the time I've kind of settled on starting. And hopefully we'll do some more, even if it's just hunting down Dorito puzzles and trying to figure out that Dorito column. The other thing that I do want to do, by the way, is I'm pretty sure there are some EPs on the undersides of the tree village, or the tree house area, and I want to look up at those paths from underneath. So I think there's a whole bunch to trace. Spiky, are you going to be streaming now, or hey DJ Freeze, are you going to stream now, Spiky? Because if so, we'll hold on for a second and then raid you. Spiky often follows me with his streams. Okay, I'll give you a second or two to get set up. And by the way, I just want to thank all of you who are in the watching witnessed category. You guys are amazing. What a wonderful community this is. It's just, it's so much fun to find a group of like-minded people who are so generous and friendly and wonderful, you know, who are positive, who don't spoil endings. I wish I had found you years ago. And I just delight in being part of this community and joining it. And I can't wait until I finally done my 100% or at least close to 100% run. And I can just watch everybody streaming this game because I enjoy it. I like watching people at the beginning of their runs and giving them encouragement because it's fun. I see why you do it. It's a blast. It's a great game, and I see why it's got such a following, and I thank you for following and watching my streams. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go to my Twitch page and see if I can get Spiky up. Okay, he's not showing yet, so he must be just starting to go. There he is. All right, so we're going to go. And here we go. We're going to raid Spiky McBain, who is playing Last Guardian.